Hello students, in this video we are going to learn about different types of joining processes. So let's start the joining processes. So what is mean by a joining process, or which are the different types of joining process? So first we'll see what is a joining process. When two metal parts are joined together temporarily or permanently by application of or without application of heat or pressure, then the process is called as a joining process. When two parts are joined together permanently or temporarily, then the process is called as joining process. So there may be application of heat or may be application of pressure. Now first type is according to mechanical joining. So under mechanical joining, there are nut bolts are there, clamps are there, rivets are there. We know door panel are attached to the frame with the help of nut and bolt. So that is a mechanical type of joining. So when nut and bolts are used, then the type of joining is called as mechanical joining. Then second is adhesive joining. So with the help of epoxy resins, Fevicol, gum. So if you are using these materials, then it is called as a adhesive joining. Then third one is the metallurgical joining. So in that welding, brazing and soldering, these three types are coming. So this is a detailed classification. So first type is fastening. In fastening, nut, bolt, clamp, rivet is coming. Then second is adhesive joining, adhesive bonding. In that epoxy resin, gum, Fevicol is coming. And third one is the metallurgical joining. In that main heading is welding. Under the welding, first is the fusion type welding, solid state welding, resistance welding and brazing and soldering. So in this detailed classification we are going to learn about the welding process, brazing process and soldering process. So first we'll go for the soldering process. All of you are aware that what is the soldering. Now soldering, it is a process of joining a two metal piece by using a filler metal known as a solder. So generally we know the soldering is used in the electronics component when you want to attach IC to PC circuit board. Then the soldering is used, in that soldering gun is used, we know. So generally a melting point of the solder is very less. So the temperature range used in the soldering is generally from 450 degrees Celsius to 450 degrees Celsius, or it is also equal to 842 Fahrenheit. So generally this soldering process is used for thin metal parts. The filler metal used in the soldering process is called as a solder. Solder, it is made up of aluminium, copper, lead, tin, nickel or silver. So these material we can use as a filler metal, or it is also called as a solder. So you can see the animation. Now this is the PC circuit board is shown, this is a soldering gun and this is a filler metal. So filler metal, now this IC you want to attach to the PC circuit board. So welding gun will apply a heat, and due to that heat the filler metal is melts and it will fill up the gap between your workpiece and PC circuit board, and in that gap the filler metal is melted and it fills up the gap and the joint is formed. Generally this joint is very weak. So here it is shown, this lead component or this LED we want to attach to circuit board. So this is the soldering iron or soldering gun. This is the solder or filler metal. The heat is applied by soldering iron, and due to the heat filler metal is get melt at low temperature, and due to the melting of filler metal, the melted filler metal will fills up the gap between this LED wire and circuit board, and due to that joint is get formed. Now how this procedure is carried out. Now there are certain steps are there. First step is work preparation. Workpiece preparation. So what is meant by actually workpiece preparation? So before soldering to be done, you have to clean the workpiece as well as your filler metal, so that there should not be any dirt or dust. So if it is present, then your joint form will not be perfect. So cleaning is done with the help of file or sandpaper. Then preparation of joint. So in the second step, you have to clamp the workpiece by some clamping devices, so that there should not be any relative motion of your workpiece while soldering is done. Then the flux is applied, the heat is applied by the soldering gun. Then tining. In tining, when heat is applied by the soldering gun, then the filler metal comes in the contact with the soldering gun and it gets melts, and due to the melting, the melted filler metal fills up the gap between your two workpieces. One is the PC circuit board and your LED bulb wire. And lastly, cooling. So you have to wait till that melted filler metal is get solidified. Then next is brazing. So what is brazing process? The brazing process is similar to the soldering. Now we have seen in soldering process the temperature range used or temperature used in the soldering process is 450 degrees Celsius. Below the 450 degrees Celsius, your soldering process is done, or your filler metal is melted below the 450 degrees Celsius. Melting point is less than 450 degrees Celsius. But in the brazing process, only just difference is of temperature range. The temperature range of filler metal used in the brazing process is more than 450 degrees Celsius. So this process is carried above 450 degrees Celsius, but below the melting point of the base metal. So it is also equal to 842 degree Fahrenheit. So these are the brazing process. So generally the brazing process is carried out for joining of thick metal parts. Soldering is done for thin metal part, brazing is done for thick metal part. And the joint form by the brazing process is stronger than the soldering process. Both similar and dissimilar parts or metals can be brazed by using the brazing process. Which are the filler metal in brazing process we can use? So copper, zinc or copper silver alloy we can use as a filler metal in the brazing process. The filler metal is also called as the brass. We know brass is a alloy or mixture of copper 60% and zinc 40%. So during the brazing process, there is no melting of your workpiece, only filler metal is going to melt. So melting point of filler metal is more than 450 degrees Celsius. Generally it is used for copper, zinc and copper silver alloy. And for this type of material we can use the brazing process, and filler metal used in the process is copper 60%, zinc 40%. These alloys we can use. So we can see the video here. Here soldering is done. Now you can see PC circuit board is shown here. Here this is a filler metal. Here soldering gun is shown. Soldering iron is shown. So these ICs we want to attach to the PC circuit board. So soldering gun comes in the contact with the solder, or it is also called as the filler metal. The flux is applied, then tining is done, so that melted filler metal fills up the gap between the workpiece and the PC circuit board. You can see here This is a workpiece part. Here black color dot is shown. This black color dot is shown. That is workpiece part. So here fluxing is done, then tining is done, then brazing. So brazing torch or brazing gun is shown here. This is a brazing gun. This is a filler metal. Flux material is shown. Two pipes which are to be joined. Flux is applied, and due to the flux, filler metal melts, fills up the gap between two workpiece. Again flux is applied and filler metal is get melt between the gap between two workpieces. So in this way the process is carried out. Next is welding. So what is actually the difference between welding, soldering and brazing? The joint formed by the welding process is more stronger than brazing as well as soldering process. Here in welding, two or more similar or dissimilar metals or workpiece can be joined permanently to each other with or without application of external force or external pressure or heat. So in this we have to study the arc welding. Now what is arc welding? In arc welding, to join two materials or two workpiece, a electric arc is used to join two workpieces, and this electric arc is generated between electrode and workpiece by using a high voltage or current. So there may be a use of inert gases or there may not be use of inert gases. As per the oxidation, if oxidation occurs, you have to use inert gases. If there is no oxidation, there is no use. Means there is not necessary to use inert gas. So you can see here, this one workpiece is there. Two plates are there that we want to weld. This is the welding gun. So when this is the electrode is allowed to touch to the workpiece. And when it is touched to the workpiece, a circuit is get completed and arc is generated. Then you have to maintain a small gap of 2 to 3 mm between electrode and workpiece, so that arc continuously generates, and you can move from one point to another point, so that the joint is get formed. This joint is get formed due to melting of filler metal, and that melted filler metal fills up the gap between two workpiece and joint is get formed. The temperature range in the welding process is around 300 degrees Celsius to 3000 degrees Celsius to 20,000 degrees Celsius. So which are different steps here? So first step is preparing the metal to be welded. So you have to clean it perfectly. You have to attach a clamp so there should not be any movement of workpiece. You have to wear the safety cares such as goggles, aprons, etc. Then correct rod we have to select as per the ampere range and voltage. Then rod angle you have to maintain at 10 to 20 degrees Celsius. You can see here electrode is at certain angle. So this angle you have to maintain. Then arc is straight. You have to position the correct your welding gun and electrode, and movement is carried out from one point to another point. And after welding you have to clean and painting is done. Now there are generally three types of welding. One is the MMA, that is manual metal arc welding, metal inert gas welding MIG, tungsten inert gas welding TIG. So in MMA process, a consumable electrode is used to do the welding process. So electrode is get consumed or it get melt and fills up the gap between two workpieces to form a joint. In metal inert gas welding, also consumable electrode is used. The electrode is in the form of the wire or rod. There may be a wire, there may be a rod. But in metal inert gas welding process, a use of inert gas is there. Inert gas is used to clean the workpiece or to cool the electrode gun or welding gun. third is tungsten inert gas. In tungsten inert gas welding, as a tungsten is non-consumable type material, so the electrode used in TIG process is non-consumable electrode, or it is also called as non-consumable tungsten electrode. So here, due to non-consumable electrode is there, so you have to use separate filler material or separate filler rod to fill up the gap between two workpiece to form a joint. So here non-consumable electrode is used. So due to generation of heat, your welding gun temperature will be increased. So to decrease the temperature, a shielding gases are used like helium, argon. So these are having less temperature. So due to this, your temperature of welding gun will be maintained. Now here, as per the application, the weldings are classified. Resistance welding is used in the automobile, thermite welding used in the railway joints, railway reel joint, tungsten inert gas TIG process used in the nuclear reactors, aerospace. These are some applications you can see on the slide. General applications are there. So these are the general applications. The arc welding process is used in the railway tracks. Your window grills are also welded by the arc welding process. Railway coaches, spacecraft, pressure vessel, bridges, roof trusses, etc. The welding process is used. So what are the advantages? So the joint form in the welding is always permanent joint. So joint form is stronger and permanent. So it is also economical than the brazing process. Then there is no change in the cross section area of your workpiece. These are some major advantages of welding. So what are the different disadvantages? As you have to do the welding process, there should be a wearing of safety gears, electrode angle should be maintained, the gap between electrode and workpiece should be maintained, so that there should be a skilled labor or skilled welder is required. So you have to pay him a huge cost. So labor cost is high and skilled operator is required. So joint is permanent by welding process. So there is a problem of dismantling. So you cannot disassemble, or this is very difficult to disassemble the parts which are joined by the welding process. So during welding, the hazardous vapors or fumes are produced. So these are the harmful for a human being. Then during vibration, if you are using a welded component at some application where vibration occurs, so it will give poor performance. And when you are doing a welding process, there will be a change in its metallurgical structure. So these are some major advantages and disadvantages of the welding process. So this is all about a joining process. Thank you.